So M&J, I have heard today has been a day of 2-0s, so it seems like we're at least going to keep things on course for the time being. But hey, not sort of the worst start for Thunderflash. See if they can make anything further stick.
Oh yeah, it's first thing in the morning. It's just production being optimistic. Synopsy.
Ah, well,
Keeping the dream alive for them though, right? Lovely headshot. And it feels like this pistol round should be done and dusted. Rigon looking the wrong way. Flight will be able to take him out regardless. So they have actually opened up a bit of a window here on the B site. Seajot with one more. Might actually make this happen. Flay's low, but there's no kit on the CT side. Sceneri's got a smoke, but no Kevlar. No! Okay. The 1v1. Flay? Surely not.
I believed in Flay very briefly, but a little bit heavy equipment, but I think for Thunderflash they're just going to chance the arm here, making a pretty solid rush in. You can see that the bad news Eagles are not put off at all by these kind of shenanigans.
Oh, not the best of starts for the T side, but again, it's the bite back, it's the recovery. They seem to have a bit of a demon in them. As soon as they take casualties, they're just going to regroup. They're going to go for a split here towards this B site. With 19 seconds left, Rigon's got it all on his shoulders. He has to defend this.
Oh boy, we'll get the first one in. Looking for number 2 as well. Gets it. This will be a hell of a miracle. Has got GXX coming in from the back to try and back up. There's only the one rifle left in the hands of Flay, who so far has been the hope of the squad. Gets the bomb down, but that will be all. That felt like such a missed opportunity. Such a good start to the round for Thunderflash.
Came with that extra kill reward. So some rifles that perhaps BNE won't be expecting, and coming in with the SMGs, you'd expect the firepower to be lackluster, but instead they come out on top, they exchange them out, and now a man advantage and the big guns to come out to play.
Definitely a degree of Thunderflash kind of keeping the Eagles a little off balance during these early rounds, but now it's looking very good for the Eagles indeed.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing a bomb plant here in this one. That's going to break the cache of Thunderflash, so that will blow his cover. Needs to wait for the right moment.
I don't know. Thunderflash, I mean, they get the first kill in. They've got a good loadout for this round. I was with you, though. I think it felt like the Bad News Eagles had really taken in the other game, but maybe with a decent amount of kit behind them, the Polish squad can actually pull this one back.
BNE do have the money to justify some kind of retake here, but I think unless they find a fast kill on Flatro, then they're probably going to call this off. That's why you see it's a bit of a superficial retake. 2 CTs still playing from an arm's length. With the kills going their way, though, all of a sudden they might pull the trigger on this. There's still loads of time on the bomb. Flatro been spotted, arm poking around, Sceneri drops, and now the round is done and dusted. Rigon trying to get out of there, will be able to slip through with the M4, but it's going to be the first on the board for Thunderflash. And
I don't know. I feel like maybe this is the beginning of something bigger for Thunderflash.
Watch this back as a very, very valuable demo to see, how they fare up against what is essentially a tier 1 team nowadays. I mean, it seems crazy to call BNE a tier 1 team, but screw it, they are. Flash over the top. Let's go. Oh, bad timing. GXX tears him apart. And yeah, BNE showing that last round, that round loss was perhaps just an anomaly. They stopped down again.
I was hoping we would see some kind of miracle play from Flay, but it was not forthcoming. And yeah,
this to be fairly clear, he's actually going to walk right into the blender, and GXX will pick up his 4th. Flatro stealing the ace. But
big amount of a decent amount of kills as well. Across the rest of the squad, though, have really not been coming through. You compare those numbers left and right. BNE overall as a team have been performing so very well, and that was so unfortunate.
Yeah, an awkward first duel, but that 1-for-1 is okay. Sceneri, oh wow. How does he get away with that? He just slips through the cracks. Look, both teams instantly diverting their attention into this mid push, but he's already slipped through. He's already gone back. A man advantage in their favor.
Oh boy. We already talked about Thunderflash having their economy in the gutter as well. lose to AK and up at the end of the round. It's just the final insult. Flay, I mean, I give credit to Flay. I think he's acknowledging the team's hopes and dreams are entirely on his shoulders, but
3 players on a full buy. They've got AKs, they've got an AWP, they've got Kevlar, helmets, util, but 2 MAC-10s in the midst. Synopsy gives away his position, but still finds one before falling. Trade is good, and GXX has to deliver. Doesn't pull the trigger on the baited peaks. And they start to reel this in a little bit. So 4v4, a chance here for Thunderflash to maybe put another on the board. Oh, maybe not.
Jeez. Every time we start to believe in the Polish squad, Thunderflash get cut to pieces. I just think that, at least on the CT side, the Eagles are just they've just got too steely nerves. Even just one of them on the site will turn around and get multiple kills. I'm not
10-1, rifles out again here for Thunderflash. It's AKs and an AWP. I want to put the spotlight on GXX as well. He's been unbelievable. He was only on 1 kill as of like round 6 or 7. As soon as he's got that AWP out, he's been a menace. Big opening from Scenari. Synopsy whiffs, and okay, this might be the lifeline they needed. GXX, he's going to be caught out as well. Does take one down with an nade, but a man advantage on bomb site here for the T side.
all right. I'm prepared to at least see Thunderflash go down fighting, if nothing else. And that was a really good round. Bamji with a 4K. Fans only, please be very responsibly, and only with money you can afford to lose. But Thunderflash, I mean, I think, honestly, given that they came in as massive underdogs this one, I think the rounds that they have won, particularly for Bamji, are to be celebrated. I think you're right that the overall match speaks to maybe their strategic framework needing to be reworked entirely to deal with high-level play, but
B main. He would not do that in a high-caliber match, but because, yeah, they're winning as much as they are, and he's winning all of his gunfights, he just kind of throws himself at these rounds, saying, well, I'm better than these guys, so I'm just going to go take the gunfights. And that sort of feels like sort of a half in its entirety here for BNE. Juan Flatro behind the smoke. His crosshair has been bang on the AWP this entire time. Just pull the trigger, my friend. 2v2. Flay actually ready for it. They're both holding his position. Who's going to spot who first? Juan Flatro glaving it. Should have the slight advantage, but Flay's there. He's so ready. Nice shot from GXX. Knows where the final man is. Goes for the wall bang. Actually connects, but it's not going to be the lethal blow. A C-Jot falls back, and it's going to be a third on the board here for Thunderflash. These young guns have got lengthy careers ahead of them. Oh, that's a massive headshot. Puts things into a 4-on-4. Yeah, not bad at all.
all right, that's pretty surprising. Synopsy has been very rarely beaten out there. You know that Senna is one who can eventually be overrun and will have that happen, so we might actually see the Polish squad end the half. I mean,
sat like 10-1. But yeah, they've made a decent recovery towards the tail end of this. GXX still fancies his chances at a clutch. Of course, it's the final round of the half, so nothing to lose here. He's going to throw himself at this with the AWP. No scope would have been crazy, but narrowly misses. 11-4 at the halfway point. If this was their opponent's pick, you could say maybe they've still got something in store for us on their own, but yeah, this is tricky. Pissed around, as I said before, though, does give them a slither of chance if they can pull it their way, and so far they've made it look good. Bajme still going cowboy mode, doubling up with those jewelies. At a 5v2, this one feels done here for BN8. XX will fall to the same fate, and there we go. Things wrapped up beautifully. Flawless round. Lead.
oh boy. So one body advantage exists, and Bamji doing an incredible job of defending. Holy crap! I mean, it's always it's always a little dangerous to draw too many conclusions from a limited amount of evidence. But this half so far has been great. As you said, there's one more round in the bag likely for the Polish squad. Thunderflash here, up and try and make sure that doesn't decide the round.
Well. Oh, bit of a whiff there from Rigon. Bajme going to capitalise off of it. Synopsy looking to try and trade right back, but Flay's on the site. Scenari, beautiful headshot. But Flay's still delivering, and the fact he's still alive here too buys a bit of time. Man advantage here for the CTs as they rotate in. Scenari grabs the bomb. GXX trying to hold on to control, but realizes he has to back away from this, re-aggress with his teammate. Should be able to get a plant at the very least, but still the numbers leaning in the defense's favor as the retake about to commence.
Time is running out. Thunderflash, they are almost about to go one better. GXX is the big dragon left in play, though. 1 versus 2. I'm sure GXX is more than happy to try and take those odds, but time has run out. All Thunderflash needs to do is just buy a few more seconds, and that's 5 in a row on the CT side. GXX makes it out with the AWP, but I mean,
things start to spiral. Aggression here towards the B-bomb site. A little bit of a premature HE exists. Expecting them to come their way, and him and Badgemy crumble under the pressure. This one looking like it might go back in B&E's favour. But the scoreline close enough that Thunderflash can try and bite back here, especially with the money in the bank. If they save these weapons, they'll have more than enough cash to have another stab at this. Big shot from Flay. Maybe they still go for this one.
I mean, still, you know, the streak was very, very good indeed. They've still got a decent amount of money in the bank. I don't know. I think we actually walked into a relatively competitive first map, which is 3 games. So, you were talking about the weight of success perhaps weighing on their minds as they come rushing in. There's definitely, for the Bad News Eagles, been a big step up in terms of aggression, and maybe it's the thing they need.
Well, a 4v4 flash over the top. Klemetska wants a crack at this retake, but again, it's the B site that's fallen apart. Seems to be the Achilles heel here of Thunderflash. As one Flatro finds himself another, it goes into the 1v1 C-Shot. This is the most important round of the game so far, and it all comes down to an awkward timing situation. One Flatro gets away with a headshot. Yeah, the economy right on the cusp of collapse here for the CT side. Now, the saving grace is the fact that because they have been able to buy into these last couple, they've still been able to accumulate that loss bonus in the process. They won't be completely down to 0, but they won't be far from it. Rigon, that's huge. A beautiful recovery to put things back into a 2-on-2. C4 going to be tapped in momentarily. An interesting angle. Oh, beautiful.
GXX is so cold-blooded, but it's going to be hitting the deck. We're down to the 1-on-1 again. Time we're running out. Damji is forced forward. Rigon picks up kill number 24. It definitely felt like, you know, for the Bad News Eagles, they'd had a lot of success just aggressing onto the B site, and they were just going to try and do the same thing over and over again. But I think maybe they've gone back to that well a few too many times. Now we're seeing Thunderflash actually moving out, trying to encircle the remaining Eagles.
C4 tapping in, 3v3 again. One Flatro GX low on health, but can they get this done? Scenari doing the heavy lifting, massive kill, good timing to fade away with the smoke as well as he lines them up. Scenari pushes them on to 15 single-handedly. One Flatro with a 2-piece there as well, stays alive with a single point of health. Can't help but feel that.
I hope, it sounds like a negative, but I intend it as a positive. I hope this has been a humbling experience for the Bad News Eagles here. They definitely came into this one overconfident. It's allowed for Thunderflash to punish them back. Now we're coming to what could easily be the end of this map. I hope at least the Polish squad can go out fighting, bring it into a final duel the way it's supposed to be.
Let's go. Big flank man advantage. Now they know that he's in the back lines, but he's still going to be a spanner in the works. Scenario needs to trade this out, and he does it pretty clean, actually. Puts things back into a 2-on-2. Molly, perfect. Forces C-Shot right back. With Synopsy finding one more, it's all on his shoulders. A 1v2, MP9, not the right weapon for the job.
C-Shot can at least pick up the AK and walk into the jaws of death.
Oh, okay, Siege-Up.
What?
Still with a fighting chance in this, so quick to the initial headshots in air, and Nerves getting to him. Perhaps he's whiffing his shots, can't connect with the arm.
No.
Oh. Siege-Up, that was a valiant attempt. It comes desperately close, but does not go their way. 16-10, a scoreline that, yeah, perhaps we anticipated. I'm really not sure which way to put it.
For the first game, a remarkably close encounter with Thunderflash putting up much more of a fight than we would have expected. If they can, they've got a lot of their ground on the CT side. Maybe if they can win out this one with a bold play, then they can, really be the tastemakers here in map 2 as well. Perhaps again threaten to make the upset.
Very, very strange configuration here for Thunderflash in this round. Very strange indeed. But so far it's been read quite well by B&E. Still, numbers in their favour, and there we go. All right, messy. Really, really messy from Scenario and Juan Flatro. That.
Like what I'm seeing so far, Thunderflash, they're combining a slightly more aggressive defense than maybe B&E were expecting. I mean, in that first round, so much of it is as demonstrated there, B&E being in the right place at the right time, even if they couldn't make it fully stick. I think this is the big thing for Thunderflash to try and navigate, is they may have their own strategies as to how they want to approach it, but integrating how B&E play, combining those two things is going to be key to making sure they don't just constantly get caught out by B&E members being what they don't expect.
Well, Synopsy working his way forward behind the sea. A smoke sits one Flatro to take another.
Yeah.
And after a good start for the CT side, this round goes in the dumpster.
And for Thunderflash, I think it's another wake-up call. This is a series that they are very likely on.
Pretend that his scout is an AWP, but just go for the headshots, right? That's fairly simple, surely.
Easy. Anyone could do it. A child can do it. But I mean, it's not looking good for even the remotest of the chances. I think we might even just see, honestly, Thunderflash at this point just save and walk away from this fight, because it's not a fight they can win.
As will Flay. The scoreline going to be tied up 2-2. Likely that B&E should be able to take the lead here in this next as well.
Or at least I would have hoped, had the talk with them between the rounds, that they can't just walk this one in. The Thunderflash are enough of a threat to at least be worthy of their full game.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Those sort of closing rounds in that first map definitely showed us that. And here's another friendly reminder. Well, still the two-man advantage here for the defense. Thunderflash definitely making this tricky. Denary low, Flay posted up on the angle, smoked off those Klenetska's there to fake the first. And GXX and Synopsy with a tall order. It's not going to happen. A flawless round for the CT side. Yeah, that's brilliant. And they even had an insurance policy on the backside there.
Well, no, Flay getting taken down early on hasn't been as much of a factor here as he was in Anubis in the early going. Siege-Up and Bamji definitely doing the last share of the work. As Exist picks up kill number 4. I still think that the A site is in peril, but Exist might actually be able to get somewhere near the bomb, or at least onto the flank of the approaching bomb, before the formation really comes together for B&E.
Siege-Up in toilets. Bashmi, big kill, follows up with another, and all of a sudden a 2v2. Messy from Juan Flatro, but he does convert it. Exist. Was he heard? Surely heard by Scenari, but they haven't reacted accordingly. I don't think they know that he's here. Smoke doesn't even quite cover the cross. They're going to plant him for the backside. Now they certainly know where Exist is. But Juan Flatro on the angle loses his fight now. A 1v1. Fairly balanced stuff for Scenari. Walks around the corner. Fires the head, and Exist with the pistol. Clutches it up. 4-4. And he's going to go and grab himself an AWP as a reward. There's potentially another map to be played if they can pull off Overpass fast. Bit of aggression here into the B-bomb site, taking a fair bit of damage from the Mollies. Trades are good. Bashmi needs to deliver, but a sea of smoke's obscuring his vision. He's going to drop another to add to the confusion, to give him a little bit of space. Rigon right below it, but Bashmi's ready, and he's bought so much time here. This play is so sick from Bashmi, and the fact that he's still alive has allowed his teammates to rotate in, and now they are recovering things. GXX taken out from behind, and Bajmi, that's all on his shoulders. Even though he's only found himself 1 kill there, he has done everything in that round.
That when they're under pressure, we're seeing the best of them.
Certainly feels that way. Klamatska. Good for an opening pick. One flat throw again down to 1 HP, and somehow finds himself another kill despite that factor. Starting to be applied here for BNE, who are already around down, looking to try and tie up this scoreline. Massive kill from Seejot. That is beautiful. Of course, it's onto the 1 HP man, but remember, he's low himself. He's done a great job at just denying this plant, buying further time. GXX, what a headshot. But as he goes for the plant, surely Exist can deny this. No, he doesn't aggress. He gives GXX a lifeline, and now, giving away his position as well, GXX doesn't miss these shots. We know it. We're too used to seeing him hit these flicks to the 1v2 clutch off of the back of a 1-dig. Oh, scoreline ties up 5-5, and this game's full of surprises.
They're slowly moving forwards to maybe catch BNE in the flank, but I think the fight may be over before the flank even arrives. Nice patch from Seejot, and it's with it help from Exist. The fight again may be over before it begins. Flank does land, and that's Thunderflash actually taking the lead.
Sort of build up that confidence a little bit, take double digits. Looking so much better here on Overpass, but to be fair to BNE, they're pulling this off with the Eagles.
Yeah, they're managing to resupply themselves thanks to maybe a little bit of overconfidence on Thunderflash's side of things. But MG does at least pick up the kill to make it 2 versus 3. We've only got 1 rifle in play right now for BNE, so this is salvageable. But again, we're seeing these incredible opportunities for Thunderflash slipping through their fingers, and this round may be the herald of bad things coming down the pipe.
Oh, wow. A valiant attempt from Bajmi, but that's the expectation. 1 flat throw, massive kill onto Seejot. A much-needed man advantage at a time where they're lacking. They've got 2 Tech 9s in play in round number 14. Saneri takes another. Bajmi has to go big here.
Oh.
Instead, he goes home. Synopsy drive-bys him with the Tech 9, and this round, again, feels like it's done.
There's not much money left in the bank for Thunderflash either, so they have got control over the bomb, though, to be fair. Flay is right there, and despite the fact that numbers are not in the Polish squad's favor, the Bad News Eagles now have to fight Flay for the bomb.
My issue is Klametska seems absent from this one. Beautiful headshot from Flay. That's onto Synopsy as well, of all people. 1 flat throw, gets the bomb, but surely doesn't slip out of there alive. He hasn't got support from his teammate anymore, and he's just going to try and cross. How does he get away with that with 2 HP? 20 seconds left. The rotation's already in, though. Klametska's on the site. All he's got to do is deny this plant. Flattro's going to try and get it down, but no cover from his teammate. Klametska even slips out of there alive. Tries to hide in the smoke. Doesn't have success. But Flay coming up from short. Should be able to finish off the job.
Amazing.
That was... yeah, maybe a little audacious to just jump in for the plant, but very well played and an incredible round from Flay.
There's such great promise. I mean, while I think their pool of strategies are relatively limited compared to some of the other teams we might see, the ability to pull those strategies off is extremely impressive.
Well, a scrappy start to the round as we go back and forth to get things rolling. We're going to hold him for the flank as well.
Oh, wait a second. We do have... okay, so this is one thing I was really watching for going forward, was how well we're going to be seeing the adaptation onto... we've been seeing an enormous amount of flanking here on Overpass. How well we're going to be seeing the teams that adapt to it. I think the Bad News Eagles have got this round at least. I think from this point forwards and for the rest of a potential series, it's going to be much, much harder for Thunderflash to get in any kind of sneakiness which has served them so well in this particular half.
Ooh.
So I do notice for Flay and Bamji over on the A site approach. I thought maybe we're going to be seeing the forcing through, but instead it's actually still going to be onto the B site anyway. This is going to turn into a pretty brutal fight, I suspect.
Oh, okay. So Yeah, honestly, this flank kind of meant everything. If Synopsy rotates there as you kind of expect him to, all of his cover had been taken out on the B site, but they've still got equity, they've still got space here towards the other bomb site. On the map, one Flatro, that was horrendous. So difficult sometimes to control the recoil of those Julies up close, and, well, there's a really, really good showcase, a really good example of it. Scenario left in the 2v1. USP in hand, 2 full HP players to try and take care of, and well, he won't be able to get anything done. Thunderflash, and therefore, I guess they're just playing on the fly a little bit. They're just playing off of their individual skill, and when you've got a team of young Polish talents, sometimes that individual skill's enough. GXX with a nice shot, but still the man advantage here for the attack.
Yeah, I mean, all credits to Thunderflash. This might change their mind longer term about not spending any time on overpass, but while the plant will be good for Thunderflash, I don't think they're going to be able to put together any kind of streak to start the half off.
Oh, maybe he's been too soon. Kametsuki, straight bullet gets the second. 5 HP, but he's slipped away. GXX has to now play the timing. Where is he coming from? Is he behind the pillar? Is he round towards Monster? Is he on short? He doesn't have a kit, so time is of the essence as the bomb continues to beep away. And Klemetska's just going to tuck himself around Monster. GXX panicking, can't quite sniff him out and realizes that his time has expired, and Thunderflash will take a 10th. A huge clutch from Klemetska, the lowest rated player on this team, the man that you're not expecting.
And that's astonishing.
Yeah, you're right, especially in the first half, it really felt like the Flay show. Now, whilst he's still having a good game, his teammates are there chipping in, doing all the damage with it. This felt like a breeze, but actually getting a little bit complicated as the pistols ran into middle. The AKs were dispersing of them nicely, but Synopsy with a double. And a very messy spray from Klemetska onto Rigon allows him to bite back. Goes into a 2v2. Flay's low on health. BNE, this would be criminal if they could pull off this round. This is an effective eco.
No.
And GXX might just take them over the top. Flay left alone. Yeah, rounds like this always plague the confidence. When you look back at it, when it ends up being a 16-14 or things get real close. Oh, GXX, there we go, freebie for him. But yeah, when things get real close, when the economies, yeah, hold this one down for a little bit longer. Now comes the execution, flash over the top, but they're going to walk right into the blender that is the BNE defense. Rigon, Juan Flatro, Soneri, mowing them down, and Flay left alone. Here's the reload, and yeah, sees that as an opportunity to pounce. The Eagle acquired, but Soneri will be able to finish off the job. So a single casualty, they can sort of shrug their shoulders, brush that off, and
success, which is always a dangerous thing to, for teams to be really reliant on winning rounds to keep momentum. Then that momentum has been swept away. Though even trade in the early going, I think might even be able to see a rifle upgrade. The Thunderflash can get the kills, and they will. With center cleared off of the site, suddenly we've got Thunderflash in with a chance of breaking the 3-round streak of BNE.
Yeah, good chance at this. I was worried that the Galils might not be sufficient, but get Molly into his location, but holding for the con player. I think he heard the steps, so he's ready for this. It all comes down to who peaks first. No, GXX misses his shot, but Juan Flatro pounces from behind. Only good for the one as Flay doubles up. And 11-10, Thunderflash right back in the driver's seat, back in the lead. But once in the last 3 months here on a competitive level is unbelievable. Lovely bit of A damage onto Synopsy exists, trying to creep. But should have had the element of surprise there, but too many targets to choose from. Trade still good. Rickon finds himself one, doubles up, and that surely stops the round in its tracks. No time here for Siege Up. Oh, that felt like the cogs were falling into place.
All right, one more chance here for Thunderflash as they immediately have Exist being dropped. Oh, the raindrops keep falling down. Thunderflash, they've tried to put together a storm, but it's turning into a brief shower. Binny, they've only got Siege Up and Flay to rely on, and Flay is no longer with us.
Rough stuff. Siege Up left in the 1v4, should be spotted soon. There it is, Juan Flatro. Point blank execution. Well, AWP, GXX, super aggressive here, up against the buy as well. First time we've seen an SG too. I love the SG. I don't ever buy one, but when one's lying around on the floor and I pick it up, I seem to be a bit of a demon with it. Synopsy, beautiful opening. A little bit scrappy in connector, but the fact it goes his way is so important. GXX, not a second guesses it, doesn't pull the trigger, almost hits the collap, but can't take it. And the numbers advantage goes in Thunderflash's favour. Cineri, super aggressive here.
I mean, give him, yeah.
They're going to be really, really strapped for cash in this next round. Awkward. Siege-Up falls off the boost. Any chance at a little bit of an advantage in a gunfight sort of goes out the window. The Cineri picks off play. Siege-Up left in the 1v3, and Rigon will execute him. 15-11, BNE.
They've been scrappy since the beginning. They've been pulling off rounds they shouldn't have been getting. Maybe, just maybe, they can do it one more time.
Synopsy almost overwhelmed, but the fire does a little bit of extra damage, and his bullets will finish off. Exists Siege-Up, beautiful trade right through that smoke. Nadine should do a bit of damage onto Kometska. Look at Rigon's position. This is unbelievable. Does he get the timing? One flat throw takes out Kometska, but they're certainly not going to be expecting Rigon as far aggressed as he is. So if they call this off in connector and do...
Thunderflash, things are about to go real bad if they're not bad enough already. Plays gone. Siege-Up and Bamji, last one standing. They've got to dig down deep and fight out of the corner as they've done so many times before, but it's not going to happen this time.
Well, 16-11, maybe the scoreline that we're somewhat expecting, or a little closer to it. Hard fought, to be honest, from Thunderflash. Ultimately, all things considered, even though it's a 2-0, doesn't really do it justice. They had some moments of brilliance, and yeah, actually a series that they can really, really learn from. So I'm excited to see more of this team, but sadly, here in the tournament, after a fantastic run.